Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to another Mariners Game React. We are here in a different room of the press box. I don't know if you can hear the leaf blowers that got going on. It's obviously well past the final pitch of the night. 7:10 start, fireworks tonight. So a lot going on at the ballpark there. I think you can see it here, watering the ballpark. There's a seagull on the mound right now. You can see the W out there in the lights. So Charles Hamaker here with you. The Mariners come out of the All-Star break and get a big win against the Houston Astros to start this six-game homestand, 3-game weekend series against the Astros. This game didn't look like how the final score made it seem. Final score of 6-1. Seattle gets the victory over first place Houston in a big time win. They've won 4 straight games coming off of that sweep in Detroit, tying a season-high win streak, and they've won 7 out of their last 10. They moved to 18-11 on the season against the American League West so far this year. This was an interesting one. There's obviously some questions coming into this one. The Mariners announced their probables with Luis Castillo going tonight, Logan Evans going tomorrow, and then no starter announced for Sunday. That one's kind of interesting. Everyone else I've talked to in the media kind of assumes it's going to be Brian Wu. He did throw a bullpen today, so it seems like he's on track to do that on Sunday. Dan Wilson didn't give a really clear answer, which is kind of par for the course, but it just seems like with the Astros reslotting their rotation to have Hunter Brown go on Sunday, that the Mariners would have their best guy go if Houston is going to have their best guy throw. So this game was interesting. The Astros had lefty Brandon Walter on the mound to begin this game. He pitched pretty well. 6 innings of 1-run baseball, and Luis Castillo, upped him. 6 2/3 innings of shutout baseball. It did look like things were going to get a little bit messy, chaotic for Castillo. He walked the leadoff man and Isaac Paredes to begin the game on an 8-pitch plate appearance. Excuse me. Paredes would be replaced by Cam Smith, who reached on a fielder's choice. Oops, as I hit the microphone. Reached on a fielder's choice and did get all the way over to second base on a throwing error by Cole Young. So not great to have a runner in scoring position with just 1 out to begin the ball game. But Castillo he froze Jose Altuve on a strikeout looking to get the second out, and then got Christian Walker to fly out on an 8-pitch plate appearance. So, good to get out of there with no damage done, but my concern was the 23 pitches to begin the game. So much of the issue with the Mariners going into the All-Star break was their bullpen had been taxed so much, even dating back to the beginning of the season, because of how their starters have either been injured or haven't been quite, themselves. The bullpen has been taxed so much. I didn't want this series to start something where the bullpen was going to get taxed again, because they've got another stretch of 17 games in a row to play. So that was good to see. The Mariners didn't do anything offensively for the first 3 innings outside of a Mitch Garver single with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. And then the Astros in the third created some traffic again against Castillo. Cam Smith, leadoff single by Mauricio Dubon was followed up by a Bryson Matthews single, his first career hit in the big leagues. He was recently selected from AAA Sugarland back on the 11th of July. So runners on first and second, I think, this is gonna, again, seeing the pitch count get up in the first inning and then these 2 leadoff singles, I started to get worried, which maybe I shouldn't, because Luis has been very consistent throughout the course of the year, and he's, been pretty valuable for the Mariners this year. Cam Smith again reaching on a fielder's choice, pushed Mauricio Dubon over to third, and then Smith stole second base with 2 outs. But Castillo, who dominated Altuve all night, gets Altuve swinging on a ball at the top of the zone, some high heat to end the frame. From there, Castillo would retire the next 10 batters he faced He did give up a single to Victor Caratini before getting Yainer Diaz to pop out. Oh, yes, and then he walked Taylor Trammell, old friend Taylor Trammell, to end his night at 6 2/3 innings. He only got the one run of run support. That came in the 4th inning. It should have been 2 runs, a 2-run homer. Randy Arozarena hit a absolute cannon shot of a homer, 445 feet to the Mariners bullpen. His 18th homer of the season and his 10th homer since June 30th. During that span, he's batting. He's got 14 runs, an MLB leading 10 homers and 16 RBIs. He's one of 2 players in Major League Baseball this season to hit 10 homers in a span of 14 games, alongside Cal Raleigh. He also becomes the 7th player in franchise history to hit 7 homers in an 8-game span at home. His 445-foot homer is the 2nd longest home run by a Mariner this season, behind only Dom Canzone, who hit a ball 450 feet on June 9th at Arizona. It would have been a 2-run homer if Julio Rodriguez had stayed on base. He had drawn a walk to begin the game, bottom of the 4th. Sorry. Then things got kind of weird. He had tried to steal second on Walter here. He got a feet-first slide to go in, got a good jump. The only problem was Cal Raleigh had popped into foul territory just up the first base line that Astros catcher Yainer Diaz was able to catch easily. What was weird to me, like, someone next to me was kind of not understanding why he was so far off at first base and into second base. I said, oh, well, he's trying to steal. I didn't understand why Julio, when he saw that the ball was well within catching distance of Diaz, didn't get, immediately closer, to the bag. At first, he kind of hesitated, at least on the replay, and ultimately it led into a 3-4 double play. Cal pops out to Diaz. Diaz throws out to first to get, that would have been Walker. Walker caught it. I gotta fix that. All right. So not great. Would have been a 2-run homer, and especially in a game like this against a divisional opponent, against the Astros, playing, later on for the top spot in the division. Every run is crucial, especially with how the game had been going. So I was pretty nervous about that. Seattle didn't get much else going until the 7th, really. It was a solo homer by Mitch Garver to dead center field, which I didn't really expect. He went 2 for 4 in this game with a home run and a single. At that point, he had 2 of the Mariners' 4 hits when he hit that homer. Wow, geez. His 6th homer of the season. He's now hit safely in each of his last 3 games. Mitch Garver might be waking up. Swing was pretty good on that homer, too. So that would give the Mariners a 2-0 lead going into the top of the 8th. They think, oh boy, all right, you give yourself another run. You feel a little bit safer given the options that the Mariners have in their bullpen, and having them, didn't mean to tip you over, having them rested coming out of the All-Star break. Not so much. Matt Brash came in to throw the 8th inning, and immediately there was some trouble. He walked the leadoff man and Bryce Matthews. You walk the leadoff man, it's automatically going to be some trouble. And Isaac Paredes hit a double just over the head of Arozarena in left center to score Matthews from first base. That made it a 2-1 ball game, and things started to get a little tense. Brash did kind of lock in a little bit there. Those two came with no outs. He got Cam Smith to strike out, got Jose Altuve to fly out, and got Christian Walker to fly out to end the 8th and send it back to his offense. That was crucial to get out of there and avoid further damage, because the Mariners were able to play add-on. They had the 1-run lead going into the bottom of the 8th. They were able to play add-on. Cole Young began the inning with a walk. Ben Williamson, sacrifice hit. First baseman Christian Walker got it unassisted to move Cole Young over to second base. Then we got things rolling. J.P. Crawford laced a single over into left field to score Young. Julio drew a walk. Cal Raleigh singled to load the bases. To score J.P. Then Cal stole second, which was funny to see. Randy Arozarena was intentionally walked to load the bases. Donovan Solano hit a sacrifice fly to left field. Rodriguez got the good jump, scored from third base to beat the throw from Altuve. It's a 4-run inning. The Mariners add on. They don't need to use Andres Munoz. Edward Bizardo comes in and is able to slam the door shut. So, big-time win. Happy with this one. Luis has pitched really well this year. He looked pretty good. His off-speed looked pretty nasty in this one. And his fastball was locating really well. So that was great to see. This was really strong from Luis. Practically the 7 innings of shutout baseball in this one. Gabe Spire only needed to get 1 out. Matt Brash, again, outside of the walk and the double to kind of smack you in the face quick, getting out of that inning, retired in the next 3 in order. It was great to see. Great crowd tonight, 41,834 in attendance, 71 degrees. It was a great night for baseball. As I say, as I'm still burnt, as you can see, I'm getting better. Despite not having a ton of their stars still, the Astros are obviously a very dangerous ball club. So to get the first game of this series, that can be so crucial throughout the course of the second half is very big. And to continue, the tidal wave of momentum that the Mariners are seemingly riding with, that sweep of the Tigers, how All-Star Week went for them with Cal winning the Home Run Derby, having 4 players represent them. It all seems like things are going their way right now, and you really want to see them capitalize, whether that's on the field or hopefully with the front office acquiring some talent ahead of the trade deadline. So, kind of a quicker one. Nothing too crazy about this game per se. Just really nice to see the Mariners add on. In the 8th, we can talk a little bit about Luis. In his last 2 home starts, he's thrown 13.2 scoreless innings, allowing 5 hits with 15 strikeouts and just 2 walks. In 50 career starts at T-Mobile Park, he is 21-13 with a 2.7 ERA, 340 strikeouts and 75 walks. In 14 games started in the month of July with the Mariners, Castillo holds an 8-2 record with a 2.26 ERA with 89 strikeouts and 17 walks. It's his 12th quality start this season and his 100th career start throwing 100-plus pitches. So very nice to see from Luis there. We didn't get too much from either of the guys. We got Dan Wilson post-game and Luis Castillo post-game. It was a fireworks night. So typically the media has to go pretty quick because the players want to get out either to watch the fireworks or to leave and beat the traffic. So nothing too crazy for you. Kind of a quicker one here. Hopefully we will see you tomorrow for another one of these. Until we see you next time, take care of yourselves. Be well. Do whatever you can to make today a great day.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, how about those M's?
Oh, I'm excited.
I know. Where are you going to watch all those away games, though?
Away games? Huh. I was thinking of coming here since, after all, Rough and Tumble is the home of Circling Seattle Sports.
I love that idea. Hope to see y'all here.